Good morning and welcome back to the channel. I'm down at Yamba today, fishing the mighty Clarence River. We've got the last of the run-in tide. Plan is to fish with soft plastics. And there is a fish on my very first cast, a little chopper tailer. Didn't take too long. Actually, it's not too bad. I'm only on 4 pound leader, so it'll be interesting to see if I can get this one all the way into the boat. Oh, there we go, popped me off. Anyway, a good start, little chopper tailer. Like I said, we're on the mighty Clarence River and we're fishing soft plastics. My first cast was on the little Crush City creeper. And kiss that lure goodbye. I'll change over to this guy here. Bit of a dead ringer for a little bait fish. At the moment I'm fishing an area called Middle Wall, which is a popular spot in the Clarence. A really big rock wall that runs for some distance at the mouth. There's a fish. Oh, lost him. Just correcting the boat with the electric when that fish ate the lure, which meant that I didn't get a really good hook set on him. I think that might have been another tailor actually. I don't know if you can see that, little nicks in my line. Yep, and that would have popped for sure had I caught a decent fish. Retie that. There's a little bit more wind than what was forecast this morning. I'll persevere for a little bit longer on this rock wall. Oh, this wind is actually awful here at the moment, so I think it'll drop off as the morning goes on. But for the time being, I'm going to move onto a flat and just make my life a little bit easier. All right, I've dodged the wind, moved up onto the flat, still using the same lure, which will be perfect over the sand flats, like a little whiting. Let's see how we go. Well, I've given it about 15 minutes on the flats. Haven't even looked like catching a fish, so I'm going to head back out to the rock wall. Just tied on another creeper, same as what I started with. See how we go with that. Going to put the squidgy prawn down there and see if I can't find a flathead. Other than that first cast, really having no luck out the front here. We've got like a westerly wind this morning, which isn't making it that comfortable either, so I think what I'll do, I'll rip this one in and we'll head upstream. All right, travelled about 7 kilometres upstream, I guess. Try and avoid that wind a little bit, which we haven't really done, but it's more comfortable than what it was out the front. Surely there's got to be a brim or something in this wreck here. It's got plenty of water over it at the moment. Looks sort of really good. This bank looks so good, but I'm yet to find a fish on it. It's got a lot of structure, it's got a bit of shade, it's got good current on it. And there we go. Finally found one. He's a nice brim too. A few mates with him. Oh, plenty of mates with him. Would have been a dozen fish behind him. And that's taken me about an hour and a half to catch my first fish this morning. Nice Clarence River brim. It's on a little crush city. Let's see if we can repeat that. There's got to be more in here, surely. One thing I do really like about this bank is we've escaped the wind, sort of on the lee side of it. It's nice and comfortable in here. Oh, that's a nice floodie. He absolutely nailed that on the burn. Lost him. That fish would have been about 50 centimetres. Did not expect that. Got a rod rigged up there for flooded, so I might change over to that shortly. Of course, you pick up the flathead rod and you have a brim try and eat the lure. There we go. Well, keep dropping fish this morning. I don't know what's going on. That's the, I think that's the third fish I've dropped this morning. It's a good sign though. There we go. It's a flatty actually. Could have sworn that was a brim where I threw it. I'm only... What is with losing fish this morning? This is incredible. I mean, I'm fighting these fish. I have pressure on them and I keep losing them halfway into the boat. There we go. Hopefully I can keep I can't believe this. I'm putting a bend in the rod and everything. It's ridiculous. The hook's sharp. Might be my luck today. Okay, I think it's time for another spot. We'll keep moving upstream and see what we can find. Because we're getting close to the top of the tide, I've come up to a bridge where normally you'd have the water really gushing through quite quick and making it difficult to fish the pylons. But with the slower tide or slower current around top of the tide, should be able to effectively fish these pylons. Well, that's the plan anyway. Oh yeah, that's a nice fish. Took me by surprise too. Nice flatty. Hopefully I can keep the hooks in this one. Did my best to lose him. That's a nice way to open the flathead account. Just put him on the brag mat. He's 55 centimetres. Nice solid fish. Got him on the Squidgy Wriggle prawn. I'll release this one and hopefully it's a sign of things to come. That's the lure that guy ate. That's the bloodworm Squidgy Wriggle prawn. Got him rigged on a 1/4 ounce 3/0 jig head. Load him up with a bit of S factor. And all I'm doing is just casting up current, letting it sink to the bottom, and then basically hopping it back towards the boat. There's plenty of bait in the area, so I've just changed colours. I've gone to the Whitebait, same soft plastic, still a Squidgy Wriggle prawn, just in the Whitebait colour. Brim came out. I don't know if you saw that. A brim followed it all the way to the boat and he ate it at the boat. Wasn't a bad fish either. Once again, another fish that I've hooked this morning and not landed. Morning, how are you? Oh, I got a 55 before. Oh, keep dropping fish today. This is ridiculous. That felt like another good flatty. I've seen enough of this bridge. Time to go and find some fish. Just pulled up on this prime looking flathead bank. Well, it looks like a flathead bank to me anyway. Got a nice little drop off. Bit of a gutter on the other side as well. It's got to be worth 10-15 minutes here. Just threw that in behind a big stingray on the flat. See if there's a fish swimming behind him. There we go. Oh, I can't believe the number of fish that I've dropped this morning. It's crazy. Just going to keep on moving until we find some fish. That's the plan. It's been a bit of a tough morning so far. Definitely had my opportunities, but I haven't been able to keep the hook into the fish. I just pulled up on an area called Brown's Rocks. We've got the turn of the tide at the moment, or in fact I think the tide's actually starting to make its way out. The wind seems to have died off in the middle of the river too, which is nice. There we go. Feels like an okay fish too. A really nice slack water here at the moment. Find that net. Nice healthy Clarence brim. That one fell for the Crush City. Got a pretty light leader on this rod. I'm only running 4 pound on this rod, which kind of suits the conditions right now while there's hardly any current, and the water's got pretty good clarity today as well. All right, I've got about an hour's fishing left. And I've just pulled up on this rock wall here and it looks absolutely prime. I reckon this will probably do me for the rest of the morning. Might actually drive up, back around and fish the main channel side of this wall. It looks good in here, but I'm just looking at the other side and I think that's where I want to be. Oh, what is it with me dropping fish today? I have never experienced a morning like it. It felt like a good one too. I just can't believe it. There's a good rattle. That's on the bigger plastic meant for a flathead. I think that was a brim. Wasn't a brim, that was a tailor. Have a go at it. Not much more plastic left. Throw this little guy in. I think I've got the hooks into this one. Finally sunk the hooks into one. That's another nice solid Clarence River brim. They've all been high 20s, I guess. He might be 30 centimetres. Nice healthy fish. It looks so good along here. The tide's now running out. I don't know if you can see, but you've got water basically running out over the wall. And I'm assuming that the bigger fish will sit on this side, waiting for the bait to get flushed down over the top. Mind you, there's so much bait here in front of me right now. Looks really good along here. Oh, that's a nice fish. Get out of the wall. Really solid fish, that. I think he's coming. It's a cod. They always feel bigger than they are, and they run for the structure. Put the net under him so I don't lose my lure. Well, that's something a little bit different. I didn't expect to catch a cod along here. He's a black spot estuary cod. They're actually protected in New South Wales, so you can't keep these guys. As nice as they are to eat when you're up in Queensland, you've got to release these ones down here. You can see that lure down in that massive bucket mouth there. He's regurgitated a lot of his breakfast. Diet of prawns and fish. See ya, mate. That's what he's been eating. Oh, had to be a fish there. Just cast into that little bit of runoff. And that's another solid Clarence River brim. The fish seem to have definitely come on a bit since the tide started to run out. It's getting pretty hot out here now, so I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes and head in for some shade and a cold drink, I think. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've had an awesome morning on the Clarence River. Probably would have caught twice the amount of fish if I could have managed to keep the hook in those ones that got away, but I've had a lot of fun. If you want to do this type of fishing, all you need is a light spin stick, something rated from about 1 to 4 kilo, a size 1000 or 2500 size reel, load it up with 6-pound braid, and anything from 4 to 10 pound leader. In the description below, I'll make note of the lures that I use throughout the session, and of course, if you have any questions, drop it in the comments below. I hope that you're getting out on the water, catching a few fish, and I'll see you next time.